everybody, welcome back to Epic Beauty Fail. I'm Jessica. On today's video we're going to be doing my eyeshadow collection. Now in this drawer is all of my eyeshadow palettes that I got in beauty boxes as well as drugstore that I have purchased. So the reason why I put most of my beauty box eyeshadow palettes in this drawer is because I honestly don't know how much they cost. So I was trying to figure out how best to separate them so that I would have a logical separation between my palettes. This is obviously not how these are in this drawer when I store them because the drawer would never shut. But this drawer is going to be including all of my beauty box palettes as well as drugstore palettes. I will do a second video that has all of my high-end palettes, and then I'm actually going to be doing a third video that has all of my liquid eyeshadows and individual eyeshadows, my Z palette, that sort of thing. So I hope you enjoy this video. If you like eyeshadow collections, go ahead and give me a thumbs up down below real quick so that we can go ahead and get started. So I do have one palette here off to the side that I was going to put into my high-end palettes. This is the Laura Lee Los Angeles. There goes the little plastic party animal palette. This was the super vibrant one that she put out, and I did get this in a BoxyCharm. I know that the price point for this is a little bit on the higher end, which is why I was going to include it in my high-end video, but like I said, I'm putting all of my eyeshadows from beauty boxes in this drawer in this video. So that is the only Laura Lee Los Angeles palette that I have. I know she had some controversy last year, and I try to stay out of drama and stuff, so I honestly don't know the whole story, but I did get this in a beauty box. It's all right. It does stain my eyes, but it's all right. All right, so moving on. I don't even know where to start. Where do I start? Where do I start? I think I'm going to start right here because I have all of my NYX palettes put together right here in the front. You see, I can't grab them all at once. They're going to slip right out of my hands. So this first one here is not even open yet. This is the NYX Cosmic Metals eyeshadow palette. It's not open, so it's going to be giving you a glare back because it does have a plastic wrapper on it. I did pick this up. I purchased it. I don't know if I bought it from the NYX website. I think I might have picked this up from the NYX website, but just some neutrals. I think this might have been free when I did a purchase. Like this was a free little add-on thing. So that is my first NYX palette. My next one, this is the very first palette that I purchased when I was getting ready to start Epic Beauty Fail. This is the NYX Wicked Dreams palette. I have used it a couple of times. It's not a bad little palette. It's very neutral. It's got a couple of pops of color, but it's very neutral. I don't know. This might be one of the ones that I declutter when I eventually get to my declutter series. But the NYX Wicked Dream palette, this is a much older palette. I think it's still sold, but this was my very first palette that I picked up when I started Epic Beauty Fail. The next palette, this is actually brand new. I haven't opened it yet. You can see the clearance sticker there from Target. I paid $5.98 for this. Retail was $19.99. This is the Perfect Filter in, which one is this one called? This is the Rustic Antique. So this is the browns. So I do know that I have this Perfect Filter palette. This is the Olive You palette. It is greens and browns. It's pretty. It's not the best quality palette that I have, but it is pretty. It has greens in it. Not a lot of palettes do have greens, so it was just a little bit unique. This one I did actually have to purchase from the NYX website. I couldn't find it anywhere else. I couldn't find it on Ulta or Sephora, or not Sephora, Ulta or like Target or anything, so I picked this up from the NYX website. The next NYX palette that I have here is part of their Elements palette. I actually have all 4 of their Elements palettes. This is the Air palette. This is the super vibrant one. Super pretty. These element palettes actually were really nice. So I picked up all 4 of them. This is the Air. This next one is Earth. There is that one. That one's got some really nice greens in it as well, including like a pop of red here, a couple of reds. So reds and greens. Then I've got the Metal palette. This one actually isn't opened yet, so that's the shades that are in the Metal palette. And the Wind palette, this one also is not open yet, so that is in the Wind palette. So I did pick up all of those. Like I said, haven't opened all of them yet, but all right, moving on. I think I'm going to go ahead into the front corner here. This first one is Style London, I believe. Yeah, I did get this in a beauty box. It's super pretty. It's definitely shades that I will wear. I've tried it out. It's a decent quality. I don't know the price tag on this. Like I said, I got it in a beauty box. So moving on. This one is a little Revlon palette that I picked up, I believe, at Walmart. I did a Walmart clearance end cap palette or video several months ago, and I believe this is the one that I picked up there. You can see the price tag on there. I only paid $3 for it, but a little quad from Revlon. Next up is this little one from Pacifica. This is the Island Life palette. It's not bad. Definitely not the best quality I ever have used, but I got this in a beauty box. It's all right. Probably not something that I would choose to purchase, but it's not bad. I got this in a beauty box as well. It's the Almay. I don't think it's open, is it? Oh yeah, it is. Okay, so it's one of the Almay quads that they came out with that it has like different finishes, but it's all the same shade. This is the shade Unicorn 100. I got this in a beauty box. I would not have purchased this shade if I was picking one of these quads up. I probably would have purchased maybe one of the browns or reds or pinks or something. Not my favorite. This next one is from Catrice. This is the Absolute Rose palette. It's really pretty. Definitely shades that I would like to wear. These are shades that I wear all the time. I got this in a beauty box. It is not the best quality palette though. It's just okay. But it does come with a little brush, and it actually has a brush end, which is unusual for drugstore palettes, but not bad. Like I said, just not the best quality. Next up is a collab palette. This is from Sally Beauty Supply. I did a video talking all about all the collab products that Sally put out. I did a full face of collab video several months ago, and this one was the one that I liked the most of all their little palettes, and I picked it up. It's okay. It's not, again, not the best quality that I've ever used, but it's not a bad palette. Next up is a Wet n Wild palette. This is not a basic peach. I actually haven't opened this yet. I wanted to get a 10-pan palette from Wet n Wild to give them a try. Everybody else was getting the red one. I can't remember the name of it, but it was like the Modern Renaissance dupe. I decided I liked this one better. I just haven't tried it yet. I have 3 little 4-pans from Wet n Wild. Sweetest Candy, this is the original one, and then the redesigned Sweetest Candy, and then I also have this one here, which is Hooked on Vinyl. They're all opened. I've used them all. I'm pretty sure I purchased the original Sweetest Candy, and I think I got the other 2 in beauty boxes. I might have purchased them. I can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah. Wet n Wild does not have the best quality shadows, though. Not bad, but not the best quality. I had this little one from Sweet and Shimmer is actually the brand. I purchased this from Ulta. I did a video where I did the lowest price products on Ulta. Let's see if I can get it open. But this was the lowest priced eyeshadow that was on, I think it was like $1 or $2 for this little quad. It's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad. It doesn't show up real well, but it's not bad, especially for like $2. Now, will I keep this forever? No, I won't. That one will probably get decluttered eventually, but anyway, moving on. This next one here is from Hikari. It's a little quad from Hikari. I do like this. This is actually a palette that I got in a beauty box. I think this came in a Look Fantastic a long time ago because I haven't had that box in a while, but it's a nice little quad. I've never tried any other Hikari palettes, but that one's not bad. These next 2 are from Flower Beauty. I did purchase these from Walmart. I think I got them from walmart.com. They're the Shimmer and Shade eyeshadow palettes. This one here is in Cool Natural, and this one over here is Warm Natural. They actually have some really good quality palettes. I'm trying not to blind you with the light, but I really like these palettes. They're very good quality. They're very similar in colors. In fact, I think there's a couple of colors that are identical between these 2 palettes. So I would say take a look at them if you're looking or considering purchasing them, and just get the one that you like better. Again, this one is the Warm Natural, and this one is the Cool Natural. Now, both of these came with brushes, and they're actually not bad quality brushes. So for a brush that comes in a drugstore palette, not bad at all. All right, next up are some e.l.f. palettes. This one I have not opened yet. It is the Mad for Matte Jewel Pop. So it's the brighter shades. And then I also have these 2 Mad for Matte palettes as well. I think this is the original. Yeah, that's the original one. Just neutral browns. And then this one I believe is the Summer Breeze. This one is the one that has reds. So there's that one. They're all matte palettes. Not bad. e.l.f. I think has some pretty decent quality as far as palettes go, at least the ones that I have tried. So don't mind the ever-growing pile of palettes back here in the corner. So that takes care of the front box there. I'm actually going to pull this box out just so that I can move this other box forward so it's a little bit easier for y'all to see. All right, so the front palette in here is a Milani palette. Is this open? Yes, it is. I picked this up, I believe, from Target. It might have been Target, it might have been Walmart. I'm not sure exactly which, but it's just one of their original palettes. I can't remember. This is the Plum Basics Everyday Eyes palette. I don't know if I've ever used this. Have I used this? It does not appear that I have used this, so I can't really give you my opinion on this one. However, I will tell you that this next Milani palette, which is very shiny, so I'm going to try not to show it to you. This one I do enjoy. I have used on several occasions. This is the Bold Obsessions palette. They've come out with, I think, 4 different ones of their Obsessions palettes, and this is the only one that I've had. It's a very good quality. I do enjoy it. I picked this up at Walmart, I believe. All right, these next ones are from Pixi. This, I don't think I've used this one. This is the Mesmerizing Mineral Palette in Sunset Mattes. There it is. Again, I don't think I have used that yet. So this next one I have used. I really enjoy this palette, actually. This is the Pixi palette that they did with It's Judy Time. This was a limited edition. I actually ended up seeing this in Marshalls, I believe. Not long after I purchased it, it did get discontinued at Target, and I did see it at a Marshalls, but this is super good quality. I've not tried any of Pixi's other 12 pan palettes, but if they're the same quality that this is, I would absolutely recommend them because this is a good quality palette. All right, next we're going to move into some of my ColourPop palettes. This is the Semi Precious palette. I don't know that I've really used this very much. I've used a little bit. I know I've at least swatched it. It's super pretty. I think this is the one I got in a beauty box. I'm fairly certain I got this in a BoxyCharm several months ago. It's pretty. The next one is one of my favorites from ColourPop. This is the Kathleen Lights Dream Street palette. I really enjoy this. I use it not every day, not even like every week, but it is a very pretty palette. Next up is the Zodiac palette. It's actually in the box, but I have used it. This is not brand new. I kept the box just because the design was different between the box and the palette. So that's why I kept the box. But this one actually has a mirror, but the colors in here are super pretty as well. I am an Aries, bright orange, but I would prefer something like a red or the purples here. But yeah, it's a nice palette. And I think Kathleen Light said that this was like the companion to the Dream Street. I don't know, but it's all right. All ColourPop palettes that I've tried are pretty decent. And especially as far as the price goes, they're pretty good too. All right, my last ColourPop palette is the All I See Is Magic. I'm not sure that I've used this one. I picked this up. This was holiday 2017. I actually picked this up. I can't tell if I think I've at least used it once or twice. I picked this up because I was buying the Dream Street palette, and I think I might have needed something to get me over the free shipping or something like that, and I picked this up. But it's not a bad palette. Like I said, pretty much all of their palettes are decent, but this is a holiday palette, so I really don't wear it on my channel at all because it's no longer available. All right, the next palette is the Ace Beauty Grandiose palette. I got this in a BoxyCharm. Super pretty. Whoops. This is a super pretty palette. It's not bad quality at all. I have used it a couple of times. I really enjoy it. These are colors I love. Yeah, pretty palette. Again, this was a BoxyCharm palette, so I think it was BoxyCharm. I honestly don't know how much this costs, so that's why it's in here with my drugstore palettes, but it's a decent palette. Not bad at all. This next one is not a very good palette. This is Catherine Cosmetics, The Beauty of Giving Back, and this is the Courage palette. Honestly, I got this in a beauty box, and I used it like once. I think I used this for like my month-end wrap up or my month-end beauty box video where I try all my beauty box products, but I don't remember it being very good. I don't remember it having very good pigmentation or anything like that. So I have not picked it up since the month that I got it. So there's that. That one will probably get decluttered. Then I have a couple of Ulta palettes here. These are like freebies that come when you make an order. There's that one. I don't think these even have names on them. And then that one. And then the Ulta palette that I did purchase and I do actually really enjoy is the original Melissa Michelle. I did not pick up the second one that they came out with, but I have used this one several times. This is actually really good quality. I really enjoy this palette a lot. I've used it several times, but I do. I think this is a very good quality palette. I just never picked up the second one because I have a million palettes. So there's that. All right. Next up is this palette from Winky Lux. This again was a beauty box palette. Pretty, but I don't know. I just don't reach for it. But it's pretty. Next up is another beauty box palette. This is from Crown Brushes. This is the Glam Metal palette. This one came in BoxyCharm, I think, and it came broken. This palette, this shadow right here is broken. I did get a replacement. I ended up deciding to keep this broken one, and I put the other one in a giveaway. I did give it away to one of you guys. So, but there's some pretty shades in here. I just honestly don't reach for it because it came broken, and I'm always afraid that it's going to fall out. I probably should put some rubbing alcohol in there and try to press it a little bit harder, but I have not done that. I literally just pressed it in there with my finger and left it at that. And the final palette over here is also a beauty box palette. This is the Real Her 1 palette. I got this, I believe, in a BoxyCharm. Not my favorite. In fact, when they came out, when they put the BoxyCharm out that month, they had variations. And I think they had a purple one. I was really hoping to get the purple one. I got this one instead. I used it that month and I haven't used it since. It's just not, it doesn't stand out in my head as like super great quality. So I just haven't used it. So, all right. I'm going to go ahead and pull that box out. I'm running out of space over here. Okay, the rest of these are not in a box, so we'll just keep pulling them out. So these are the LA Colors palettes. I just did a 3 palette video. I used all of them in a video here recently to show you what they were like. This is the nude palette from LA Colors. These were like $3.50, and I got them in my local Rite Aid. Quality-wise, for $3.50, they're not bad. This one is the Cool palette, and the Rose palette. I liked the Rose and the Nude palette. The Cool palette was not my favorite. Okay. This one is from Zhang Toy. I don't know if that's right. Amazing Cosmetics, Zhang Toy palette. It's Amazing Cosmetics is the brand. It's a little quad. I got this in a beauty box. It's okay. Doesn't remind me or doesn't make me think of anything super great, so I can't say that it's great quality because honestly I don't remember. I have a NYX glitter glue down here. I've never used it. I bought it and I just never used it. I should use it, but I don't. This is from Joa Cosmetics. This is the Birthday Suit palette in Bear. I wouldn't say this is the best quality palette. There's a lot of other drugstore palettes that you can pick up that are better quality than that. So. Blink palette. I got this in a BoxyCharm. I love this palette. It is super pretty. I honestly don't reach for it very often because it is all shimmers. So I just don't reach for it because of that. I would have to pair it with another palette, but I remember the quality being very, very good on this, and the shades are just absolutely beautiful. Yeah, they're beautiful. I like that. Again, I think this might have been specifically for BoxyCharm. It's an Electric Eyes palette. I'm not sure if they were just for BoxyCharm or not. All right, this is the Absolute Cosmetics, right? Absolute New York. I'm sorry, Absolute New York. I did get this in a beauty box. This is the Icon Mini. That is what it looks like. I honestly don't remember this palette. I don't even know that I used it. It does not appear that I've used it. I'm looking at the shades to see if I've swatched it or anything, and it does not look like I used it at all. So it's pretty. It's neutral, but I can't say that I've used it. In fact, I don't think I have. So, okay. The last one that's sitting here on the side is this Measurable Difference palette. I did not like this. I did not like the quality. The lip gloss was about the best thing in this entire palette. The rest of it, I did not like at all. So this will probably be decluttered at some point. when I finally get around to doing my declutter. But that palette was just not good. All right, starting in the front here, I have, oh, there's one more down here. Let's pull this one out first. This is from Sephora. I bought a bunch of Sephora brand things, expecting to do a full face of Sephora brand. I never did that video. If you'd like to see a full face of Sephora brand cosmetics, let me know and I can definitely film that. I also picked up this palette right here at the holidays. I know I've never used it. I did open it up to take a look at it. If I can get it open. That's what it looks like. I have not used it, so I can't speak to the quality. I'm not exactly sure how good it is or not good it is for that matter. But I did pick it up. It was on sale. The retail's $18 and I got it for even less than that. Like I said, I got it on sale. So, all right, moving on to the next one. This is from Beauty Creations. This is the Esmeralda 2 palette. I remember really liking this palette. Honestly, I haven't used it recently, but I do remember really liking this palette. I mean, those colors are really, really pretty. I know I used it at least for the month-end video that month when I got this in my what I don't remember which beauty box it was. It might have been Lola. But this is a really nice palette. In fact, the next one is Beauty Creations as well. I've never bought any Beauty Creations, but I really like the Esmeralda palette, and I really like this one. This is Tease Me, the Tease Me palette. I really like this as well. These are definitely shades that I absolutely love and would wear all the time. Honestly, I don't reach for a lot of these just because I have so many. I have so many eyeshadow palettes. So, all right, this next one is from Physicians Formula. This is one of their butter eyeshadow palettes. This is the one in Sultry Nights. I think it's okay. It's not the best palette in the world, but it's okay. I mean, if you like the shades, then I would recommend picking it up. This one here that just fell, that is from Sleep Cosmetics. I got this, I think, in a Target box, actually. It's just a wee little mini palette. It's probably the smallest palette that I've ever seen with this many shades. It's not a bad quality, but it is a drugstore palette that you can pick up. I think they only put those out in the holidays because they had a holiday one in 2018 as well, and I'm pretty sure that was around 2017. Okay, this next one is from Laka & Co. I got this in a beauty box. I really love this palette. Look at those shades. I mean, they are pretty. This blue, I don't have anything like this blue at all. I think I could probably match that salmon shade, but like some of these shades over here, I just don't have anything like this. And the quality was really good if I remember it correctly. Again, I just don't reach for it because I just have so many. This next one is IBY. This is the Poolside palette. Again, with the shades. I mean, I don't think I have anything that I can duplicate this with. So super pretty. When I remember, the quality was pretty good. So yeah. Let's do these ones next. This is the Maybelline Soda Pop palette. This one was okay. I don't remember it being fantastic. The next one I do like, but this one was just okay. I did use it at least once or twice. I don't think this was as good as the next palette, which is the one that is actually in my project pan. This is the Lemonade Craze palette. This one came out first, and then they came out with the Soda Pop one later. And I really like this palette. This is, like I said, in my project pan, and I'm not doing too bad with it. I could be doing better, but I'm not doing too bad with it. My goal is to hit pan on at least one shade in this palette. So we'll see if I make it by the end of the year. But this palette, I would absolutely recommend. The Soda Pop, it's okay. If you like those shades, I'd say go for it, but I really like the quality of the Lemonade Craze palette. The next one is from L'Oreal Paris. This is the Peach Paradise, or I'm sorry, Paradise Enchanted. It smells like peaches. This one, I mean, it smells nice. The quality, I just don't think it's there. There's better quality palettes at the drugstore, but it smells pretty. Yep, still smells good. All right, these ones over here are CoverGirl palettes. I have this one. This is the CoverGirl True Naked in Nudes. I'm pretty sure I got this in a beauty box. I'm fairly certain I got this in a beauty box. I can't remember which one, but it might have been one of the Walmart boxes that came out. It's okay. I don't remember. This does not stand out as like crazy good quality in my memory. These two I do like. I have the Peach Punch, the True Naked Peach Punch, and Chocoholic. They smell amazing. absolutely amazing. I actually like this one way more than the L'Oreal Peach. So if you're picking between the two, I would absolutely pick up the CoverGirl one. The Chocoholic is okay. The quality on the Chocoholic I don't feel is as nice as the Peach one is. Like this shade right here, it looks like it's going to fall apart at any minute. Every time I put my brush into it, it just looks and feels like it's going to fall apart, and I've never dropped this or anything like that. All right, these next ones are all Maybelline. I have 2 of the Gigi Hadid. I actually picked these up at TJ Maxx for like $5. This one, I don't remember how much they charged for at retail, but it was a joke. I paid $5 for it, so I was okay with that. This one, though, is a little bit better quality. This one was the Cool palette. I think she might have had a Warm palette, too. I actually do like this one. Quality-wise, this one isn't bad. I will use these in tandem. And then I had this little one from Maybelline, and I don't remember this being very good quality at all. It's just a little quad. I don't remember liking this one. Not my favorite. This one's not my favorite. All right, next up is the Cargo Around the World. I got this in a beauty box. I don't really like this palette. I don't like the shades. I've never tried the brush, to be honest with you. I think the shades are very, very boring. I mean, like, yeah, they just threw a bunch of names on there. They make no sense. No sense at all. This palette is, I've never bought another Cargo palette because of that palette. This is the Makeup Revolution Sophie palette, or Soph X palette. I don't really like the fact that you have to keep the plastic to get the shade names. That goes on there. The shades are okay. I don't think I've ever used, well, I've used this once. I've used it once, so I have used some of the shades on here. It's pretty. It's definitely a pretty palette. But again, you know, you have to keep the little plastic piece to know the shades, and, you know, just not my favorite. Makeup Revolution is not my favorite brand in the drugstore, so. The next palette here is also Makeup Revolution. I did not open this. This is the Unicorns Unite palette. I actually got this as a freebie. I was making an order. I think I might have been ordering the Emily Noel palettes, and I think this came as a freebie, but I haven't opened that yet. This one is the 24 Karat Gold Chocolate palette. Again, I haven't even opened this one yet. That's what it looks like. I think this was supposed to be like a dupe of the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, I think. I don't know. Next one is, oh my golly, everything's falling. All right, this is the Emily Edit, the Needs palette. This one, it was okay. It was okay. There was a lot of controversy around these palettes, but it was all right. I did a video with these, and I haven't used them since. And that Gratitude shade, ooh, it is like really dry. I don't remember it being that dry. I don't know. Revolution is not my favorite drugstore brand. So I picked up this one. This is the Once. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I'll be honest, I picked these up because I like Emily Noel. So I wanted to try both of the palettes. This one's okay. I don't feel like the shades, when you get them on your eyes, look the same as they do in the pans. And I don't feel like they look the same as when you swatch them either. Now I'm getting into my BH Cosmetics palettes. This is the Marble Collection Cool Stone. I think this was a freebie when I made an order. I have used it, but not bad. I got these 2 little ones. I don't know that I've ever used them. I don't think I have. They were freebies as well. BH Cosmetics, if you order off their site, often have freebies. This is the B by Bubs Beauty. I actually really enjoyed this palette a lot. I think this was really pretty. I think they might have done a second one. I can't remember, but this was the first one that they did together. If they've done a second one, this was the first one, and I really enjoyed this palette. In fact, I picked this one up after I picked up the Carly Bible palette, and I was not real happy with the Carly Bible, but I really enjoyed the B by Bubs Beauty, and it actually made me go back to the Carly palette and realize that the Carly palette's actually not bad. It's actually not a bad palette. So this was the original. They did come out with a second version. I never picked up the second one because I literally picked this one up, and I think like a month later the second one came out. So this one was brand new still, basically, in my collection when the second one came out. So this one was a beauty box palette. This is from Skin, Dimitri James. This is the Smoky palette. Got this in a beauty box. Just not normally shades that I would wear. Very, very dark. All right. I have this one from BH Cosmetics. Whoops. things are falling, guys. This is the original Zodiac palette. I really do like this palette. Can I get it in screen? This is a big palette. That's one of my biggest complaints about it. Let's see if I can get some of these moved out of the way so you can see this one. It's nice. It's got a row of mattes, and then these are all shimmers. It's nice. I've tried it several times, and I do enjoy it. And then I have 2 more palettes in here. Running out of space. I don't have much room left on my table. I have this shade from Morphe. It's the 12NB. I'm pretty sure this isn't even sold anymore. I got this on Hot Look. I don't know that I ever used it. No, I haven't. I picked this up on Hot Look because I wanted to try Morphe shadows, and that was before I picked up my Jaclyn Hill palette. But I don't know, so I can't tell you the quality of this palette, but I can tell you that this palette here I do very much enjoy. This is the Jaclyn Hill palette, the original Jaclyn Hill palette, not obviously the little ones, but I do like this palette a lot. I think the quality is very good, and I honestly don't normally pick it up because of the fact that it is so big. So there you go. That is all of my drugstore or drugstore priced or beauty box palettes that I've gotten. I've made a huge mess of my drawer. Stay tuned. I'm going to be going right into my next palette drawer, which is my high-end palettes, and then I'm going to be filming a video number 3, which is my liquid shadows and individual shadows. So stay tuned for those videos. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so that you can come back the next videos come out, and hit the little bell to notify you when I upload new videos. And if you have any comments, leave those in the comment section down below. Do you own any of these palettes, and what are your thoughts on them? I would love to hear it. So, all right, I will see you on the next Epic Beauty Fail. I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye.